All routes point to the goalposts, and Artist
just a sophomore.
Yeah, it's a good-looking receiver.
Just a sophomore, and he's got 2 touchdowns tonight. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns, 27 yards, and a nice punt return that set Logan up at the Park City 21-yard line. And Luke Falk is warming up over on the sidelines.
Yeah, I think you may as well start getting him some reps at 28-0 with 11 minutes to go in the first half.
Correct.
You may as well start rotating some things. DJ Nelson's done a nice job here to begin this game.
They run that little slip screen. And slipping most of the team was Jono Shetler, and he ends up running a long way for about 4 yards.
And Austin Rice comes up and makes a nice tackle, and just a 4-yard pickup.
Right now, Park City be happy to get anything going.
Yep, slipping all the way across. He's running, runs a long ways, gives up some ground, and on the ground.
Now the handoff to Chad Wing, and Wing, not much.
No, I don't think Wing got anything.
Wing 1 carry for 3 yards. Flake 2 for 10. Thorne, because he pounces on a fumble and then he runs backwards after another fumble of his own with minus 25 yards on 5 carries. He's had a tough night.
Yeah.
In fact, he's not in there right now unless he's split wide. Flake looking over the middle. This one may have been tipped by Wing, and he had Shetler.
I want to see. I thought it almost looked like it hit Wing in the head.
And he had Shetler crossing, and Shetler had a step on his man and may have been able to pick up the first down. So if it wasn't for bad luck right now, Park City might not have any luck at all.
Well, this might be the worst field position the Logan's had all night long after this punt. You never know, but
well, let's see. They started
they're back at their 40 anyway.
And where'd they start? At their own 31 or their own 41 after that interception?
Well, maybe I
spoke too soon. Hartman picks it up, heads up the sideline, and slips out of bounds, and he's hit late.
And a flag comes out. He was hit very late. Hartman, I think, maybe a little bit hurt over on the sidelines.
No, he's getting up now.
Hartman does a nice job to pick this up. This artificial surface, you get a lot of bounce. And clear on the sidelines gets chucked down.
Brian Shetler kind of gave him a little bit extra right up under the chin.
Yeah.
He had already been out of bounds, and there's your call, personal foul on Park City. So instead of Logan starting at their own 48, they'll end up
about the 38.
Yep, down to the Park City side of the field, the 37 to be exact.
Hartman kind of took a bounce off the turf when he was thrown out of bounds.
And he's still laying on the turf down there. And it's DJ Nelson still out there at quarterback. Again, we told you, he'll coach Favero. Nelson's the junior, Falk the sophomore. They feel like they're both good quarterbacks. So Nelson gets the start because he's the junior, and Falk got the second series, and then Nelson gets the third series. And coach has said you're staying in the game as long as when it's your turn, you can lead the team to touchdowns. Oh, there's a shot of the band down there. I don't know who's in charge of cowbell for this band.
I don't know. Seriously, look at this guy. This guy, there needs to be some more girth. You need a terry cloth shirt, maybe a band around the bottom. And there should be some belly coming out of there. I need more cowbell.
I feel the need.
I got some fever.
A fever for some cowbell. There's Hartman. He's got a big old cowbell ringing right in between his ears.
Yeah, I think he's feeling every thump of that cowbell right at the moment.
Oh, he's walking off under his own power, but he may not know what day it is. He did. He took one right up to the chops, and then his head hit the turf as he fell down. 2 catches for 27 yards for Hartman, and a couple of punt returns. Nelson with 5 wide receivers. Still no safety for Park City. They're backing those corners off now. Pressure, Nelson.
Oh, and PI.
Down goes his man and no flag.
A major hold there and then no call. Very surprised at no call.
Is that the up 28 points call?
I think that's the up 28 points call. DJ takes a big hit as he's going, but here in the replay we won't see it, but yeah, right at the very take it to the ground. And that wasn't incidental contact. Anytime you use your hands to take the guy down, not incidental.
Not incidental contact.
Not quite so much. But again, no safety by Park City, and Logan will keep attacking.
There's a little swing out to Schmidt. Nice one-handed catch. Schmidt picks up a yard, but about the prettiest yard you'll ever see.
Nice one-handed catch by Schmidt out of the flat. Gets some nice ground. DJ throws it out there. Whoa! Schmidt has to put on the burners and picks it up and haul that ball, tuck it away before he takes a hit, and right about the line of scrimmage.
An official's timeout. One of the players just tie his shoe there. Tie your shoe, son. There's a look at DJ Nelson back there waiting. He's about 7 yards deep in that gun. Now steps up a step. Looks to the sideline. Coach Favero on the check with me. And Nelson hollers out the play to his receivers, and they relay it down the line. Looking like a screen. Nelson in trouble. Down he goes.
Yeah,
and he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. That's a sack.
Well, and DJ makes the call, and the ball is snapped, and his receivers aren't ready to go. And normally Hartman's out there. He's not, so I'm sure who his replacement is. But I think the Grizzlies will just go for it here on 4th down, up 28.
4th and 10 in Minor territory. Nelson again looks, again in trouble. Gets rid of it. Horsley on the move. On 4th and 10, Nelson buys some time and picks up the first down with the toss to Horsley.
Yeah, beautiful job by DJ Nelson, who just in there scrambling, trying to pick things up, sees Horsley out the corner of his eye, and Horsley picks up the first down, and then whoop, I'm going to head back this other way. Picks up another 10 yards and inside the red zone once again for the Grizzlies.
Look at that seam again, 80, wide open. Touchdown, Logan.
Patrick Eccles.
It's the same pattern they've scored 3 touchdowns on.
Yeah, again, it's just so textbook. You're not going to have a safety. Slants, all routes lead to the goalposts, and Eccles makes a nice catch there.
DJ Nelson is 9 of 11 for 161 yards and 4 touchdowns.
And I think 8 of those have been slants to the inside of the field.
Slants and little seam patterns. It's wide open. Logan 35, Park City 0.
Academy, your club, your results, your life.
When it comes right down to it, we've been in business over 50 years. That's one of the reasons why, is because we service our product here. And you don't want to have to try to put your 60-inch TV in the back of your truck and haul it to Salt Lake for service. Anything that's bought here, we'll service it here and take care of it. If you buy it here, of course, we can deliver it, set it up, show you how to operate it. If you choose just to take it home, we'll explain that to you ahead of time. We'll sell you the proper cables. If you have questions, call us back. We want you to get the best picture and sound you can get for the purchase you've made.
Thompson's kick fielded at the 3. Good return, best of the night. Best starting field position of the night for Park City.
Oh, I think you spoke too soon.
Oh, yeah?
We got a bit of a yellow. A little bit of yellow letter hanging on about the 23-yard line.
Looked like that was number 32, Chad Smith, the 5'5 junior. Here's that touchdown. 4th of the night for Nelson, who's making a big play for our Sports Academy player of the game. If he were to be our player of the game, he gets an awesome t-shirt and the entire kitchen sink. The kitchen sink certificate from Angie's. If he ate the kitchen sink, that weighs more than him.
It probably does.
Coach Favero doesn't want him anywhere near the kitchen sink. He'll be 300 pounds when he comes back next week. He's making a play for that. 160 plus yards and 4 touchdowns. Catch made out there, and then the run after the catch by Cashel.
And Cashel comes clear across from the other side of the field. Comes across, Flake picks him up, and then runs clear to the other side of the field, looking for a block. Finally gets one. Tries to get back to the outside, but the Grizzly defense is all over him.
6 yards on first down. Flake throws for a first down. It looked like it was Heath Vincent, number 1. It is.
And that's a first down, and I think that may be about the second one we've seen for the Miners here so far.
9 yards. Again, Shetler gets a block. Down the sideline he goes. He can't beat Nelson, but he's in Logan territory. 34 yards.
Nice job. Shetler picks it up, comes clear across the field again. This time he does get the block, and down the sidelines he goes, and DJ Nelson does a nice job of just picking an angle, making sure he doesn't get any deeper. And this is the first time that Park City's made any serious play inside Grizzly territory.
6.5 to play. Thorne back into the ball game. Struggles forward for about a yard.
I think they're going to barely mark this back to the line of scrimmage, Eric. Now maybe he gets a yard.
Yeah, they moved the stick, so that's a yard. Whether they move it the full yard or just a foot, right?
Park City going no huddle, trying to quicken the tempo.
Flake looks inside, and Shetler. No, that was Cashel. A little bit of alligator arms there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. He heard some footsteps coming and puts that one on the turf.
Flake is 9 of 14 for 81 yards and an interception. Flake over the middle. Cashel drops another one, and he was wide open that time.
Yeah.
Pass, well, maybe a little high, but it wasn't behind him.
Well, Flake's he's got some serious mustard on the ball. You know, it's a 5-yard throw essentially, and he's drilling that thing like he's looking to throw that through Cashel's throat.
It's a little crossing pattern underneath those backers. Now they run it again. This time to Shetler. It's 4th down. He's got to get big yardage, and he doesn't get it.
Yeah, I'm not sure why. You know, again, that's been the play that they've run about 4 times on this drive. The ref's kind of in the way. But a nice job by the Grizzly defense to kind of hem him in and get the ball back. Why don't you run routes that get past the stick on 4th down?
I don't know.
I don't either. I'm a little perplexed.
If you're the quarterback, you got to know it's 4th down, and you don't want to be throwing to that underneath drag. Nelson stays in at quarterback.
Oh,
looking
dear.
downfield again, a man open. Horsley. Good night. 65 yards.
Yeah, again, I'm not sure how long I go without putting a safety back there, but I think I would have done it about 28 points ago, but Park City's had nothing of it. They've stayed in that man coverage, and the Grizzlies, DJ Nelson has just made them pay dearly for 41 points so far in this first half. Wide open is Horsley. 5 yards behind his defender, and then it's just a foot race, and you're not going to catch Horsley, who just takes off towards the pylon.
5 touchdowns through the air, 226 yards. and 1 touchdown on the ground for DJ Nelson.